Alright, what is up, guys? My name is Xavier DeLone, for those of you guys that do not know me, and we're going to go over how I went ahead and passed my 200K Ftmo challenge. We're going to be going over phase 1, which is 30 days. Next Sunday, we'll be going over phase 2, so be on the lookout for that. Alright, but yeah, guys, let's get straight into it. But before we even hit the charts, I just want to go ahead and show you guys this picture right here, which goes over my metrics. It just shows overall you guys can obviously see the soar up in profit, right? Below that, you guys are able to see the objectives, which are the 10 minimum trading days, the most drawdown that I had throughout the entire challenge, and the overall profits that I had, with the notification below, which is notifying me to await the next email, which is awesome. So yeah, you guys are able to see that. The next picture that I'm going to show is all the trades that I actually took. So the meat and potatoes of the actual phase happened with the first three main setups that I took, right? So we're going to be going over the US30 trade, which I have in the background right now. Next is going to be the GBPUSD trade, and then every day following after that was a 0.01 lot, just to fulfill the 10 minimum trading days for the challenge. So that does not mean stop trading. That means fulfill the minimum trading days, but also trade your live account. If you don't have, if you don't have one, trade your demo account. But stay with trading to build consistency. Consistency is the most important thing when it comes to being a trader. All right, so with that being said, let's take that off and let's get straight into the charts, guys. So the first trade that I did take was on January 3rd. It's right here. So I'm thinking between replay tool or just showing the charts. Let's use replay tool. I don't know, something is telling me to use a replay tool, so we're gonna go ahead and use a replay tool. All right, guys, so let's come over here so you guys are able to see the charts. Nice. All right, cool. So let's keep this in mind, guys. So I'm gonna come down to the 4-hour chart now, just to kind of give us that in-depth look of what's going on with US30. All right, guys. So doesn't matter if we just zoom in a little bit more, but let's go ahead, and this is the second at 6 o'clock. So 6, and that is second, 10. Okay, 2. It goes into the 1-hour time frame now. Okay, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. 5. Okay, 6, 7. All right, cool. So understand this is kind of my thought process throughout what's happening with US30. Okay, so during I want to say towards the end of December, that's when the actual market shifted, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. So this zone right here is very important, okay, because you gotta understand this. We were in a downtrend, right? We were in a downtrend, right? Historically, US30 is very bullish historically, right? But we were in a downtrend, right? We had highs, lower lows, lower highs, lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, right? It was just market structure doing what it does. And then we broke. Structure broke, and then it transitioned, and now we're in an uptrend. So no longer creating lower highs and lower lows, but now creating higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so from that point on, in my head, I already know that I'm looking for buys. Right? In my head, I'm looking for buys up until this point. Okay, this is why structure is so important, because towards the end of December, we had transitioned once again. What do I mean by that? So, like I said, the opposite of what I just mentioned, right? Higher highs, higher lows, maintaining structure, higher highs, up until this point where, right, broke previous higher low points. So now I understand that, well, since structure broke, I am looking for sales, Now, when will that sell happen? Beats me. Well, no, it doesn't beat me, but I'm waiting for the right opportunity to actually catch the sell. So we're counter trending up, which is normal, right? We're counter trending, waiting for that level that price is going to actually, right, react, right? So if it would have, if it would have broken this level, then I would have been like, okay, cool, the idea is wrong. But no, look at what we got, guys. We got a nice candle pattern. Right? We have a nice bearish engulfing candle. So what do I mean by that? All I'm saying is that once this candle in the 1 hour time frame broke below this blue candle, what happened? We now have sellers in control of the market. And so when I'm seeing this, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm seeing this at 7 o'clock. Cool. Let's break down into the lower time frame so that I could see what else is happening. So let's go 30-minute. 30-minute, same story. Look, same story. Bearish engulfing candle, right? Sellers are now in control of the market. It's a great opportunity to take a trade. What else? Let's go down to the 15-minute. Same thing. It's the same story all around. So I'm just building my case. I'm building my case. Right? That's the most important thing, is building your case. So I'm building my case and I'm saying this. So we have we have somewhat of a double top pattern, which looks nice, looks very, very, very beautiful. Okay. And then what happened? Structure broke, right? And now we're just going to the phases. So at this point, guys, it's 7:55. Did I take my trade yet? No, I have not taken my trade. We could go ahead and argue that the entry point was maybe, right, was maybe somewhere here, right? Was maybe right here. We could argue that. We could 100% argue that the entry was maybe that right there. Why? Because this higher low point had tons of wicks. We have a lower high, right? It's lower than that previous high. So this is a lower high point, but it's still a high point, right? This bearish candle closed all below the wicks. Retested previous structure, maybe like in the M1 time frame, or lower time frame, much more lower time frames. And then look, broke, right? So I'm just reading structure, right? Just reading structure, right? Given the case that I've built up so far. So have I taken a trade yet? No, I have not taken a trade yet. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and just keep on going. In my mind, I'm thinking, wow, has this trade left me? But no, we're in the M5 time frame. We start with 15-minute candle, 30-minute candle, right? So I'm still cool, calm, and collected. All right. So what really set it off for me was when I got this candle and then that candle. Okay. Because now I'm able to actually, place my Fibonacci from this point, right? Because this is the point where price starts to actually drop to the point where support was found. Okay. And so, like I said, I'm just building up my case, because building your case and building your reason as to why you're entering your trade is very important. Because if you just enter a trade, as my Dominicans, I'm Dominican, so I say a lo loco, out of just nothingness, and you don't really know what you're doing, right? So I'm giving myself reasons as to why I'm taking this trade. So what I see right here is, they're right at 38.2%. One of the golden ratios of the Fibonacci retracement, 38.2%. Very nice. I love it. Cool. What else do I notice? I'm noticing a lot of stuff here, guys. I'm noticing that we are getting, just bear with me with this, okay? Bear with me. I'm getting a wick there. I'm getting a wick there. I'm getting a wick there. So it's kind of like what's next? What is it that I need now? Okay, so all I'm really waiting for now is a bearish candle and then a retest, and we good to go. Right. So next candle we got wick up high, closed here. Nice. Off of structure, I'm already loving this trade and what I'm seeing so far. What now? 5 minutes has passed by. I just want to retest back up to that level for me to actually enter into my trade. So wick gone. Boop. That's my entry. Wick, entry, And guys, keep in mind, this is a 5-minute entry point. 5-minute entry point. Okay, so because of it, I'm able to go ahead and actually have a 20-point stop loss. Cool. 20-point stop loss, and then my take profit is based off of, I want to say higher time frames, but I'm going to explain to you guys more so what happened. Okay, so in reality, I wanted this trade to pretty much go to like this level, which is about 150. Oh no, I'm wrong. I was going for about 150 points though, right? I mean, big bag. Let's stick with 100 points. Memory serves me right. I was going for more, right? But you know, obviously, things didn't happen like that, because then would have been a little bit different outcome. Okay, not explain what I mean by that, right? So entry was great on my end. Let's just go back up and let's see what's happening at this point on higher time frame. So M15, look at that. We have a bearish engulfing candle on the M15. M30, we're running. I mean, you're already seeing what happened after that entry. H1 time frame, we're already seeing it. Cool. So given that, you know, we're in profit. You guys already saw what happened, but we're in profit. Profit, right? Nice. In my head, at this point, I'm already like, profits are already secured at this point, and we're chilling. Okay. I think the most this setup went into profit for me was about 5,000, right? And then I got like, no, I got this rejection, and I closed my trade with about $4,000 in profit somewhere along this line. Okay. Now, that was my decision. So why did I make the decision? Was it because I didn't trust my analysis? No, it was because I was comfortable with that profit, and I closed that trade setup. Okay, I was comfortable. I was let's go with satisfied. I was satisfied with the profits that trade setup had given me, right? So what would have happened if I would have held that trade? Let's go ahead and watch this. So yeah, you know, it did a, you know, yeah, TP would have been hit, you know, price ended up coming right back to my entry, whole 930 volume of the New York Stock Exchange open. And in my mind, when that happened, in my mind, I'm like, man, I could have gone ahead and re-entered. And then what happened? Look at that, yo. And then prices tanked. Right, prices tanked for about 225 points, which is about 2,250 pips. Okay, and so when that happened, in my mind, I'm like, wow, like that really just happened. But at the end of the day, I can't be upset. I can't be mad, because hey, I just made $4,000. What? Like, what? I just made $4,000. Okay, and so because of that trade setup led me to what now? The next day. And so now my methodology as well. Now I have cushion. Now I have profits that I can play with. Okay, and so keep in mind, you know, just the rejection that I was seeing here was the main reason why I closed out this trade. Okay, I was content with the 4,000, closed it out. Cool. On to the next one. The analysis was there. The breakdown was there. Great overall, beautiful setup in my eyes. All right, so this is gonna now lead us to, oh, so beautiful, GBPUSD, right? So yes, I broke down this trade in the Ftmo interview, but keep in mind, guys, I am going to be going just a little bit more in depth here on this one. Okay, so same concept, right? Huge downtrend during the month of December and the holidays. Structure was broken, right? And so just to kind of give you guys where it happened, just to kind of give you guys how I'm looking at price and just the structure. We're getting tons of wicks in this entire, like, this range. Okay, I'm gonna just go and just show you guys this range. We're getting tons of wicks, tons of wicks. The lowest that price got to was about 131,600 ish. Okay, 1.31600 ish. Okay, and at this point right here, this as our supply. Okay, this is our supply right there. Okay, that's your level of supply. That's your level of demand, right? Zone, level, area, however you guys want to look at it. Okay, this is what I'm saying. So if price breaks this level, this area, what's that? It's a break of structure. Okay, so instinctively, if it's gonna break, right? So I mean, just look at structure. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Right. This entire point, structure was being maintained. Little consolidation, yes, cool. Whoop, broke. It took out all of these lower high points. Took them all out. Okay. Got this little like this minor higher low, but overall it gave us a full 100% retracement down to this area before price actually flew up and retested the zone to now be in a full-fledged uptrend. Okay, and so I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, I'm not trading during December. I start my challenge on January 1st. And so I already have my bias in mind, my bias of what am I looking for in GBPUSD. Okay, so replay tool it out. Let's go to the 4th. Let's start off right. Go right here. Okay. Let's go right here. I got same store. We're gonna break this down. We're gonna break this down. All right. So, go to H1. All right. Let's go to H1. Cool. I like what I'm saying. Cool. So let's go to H1. So, this is pretty much what I'm looking for. Let's put some trend lines to just establish where we are at within the market. All right. So, boom. Let's have that right there. Wick to wicks. Okay. Uptrend is still being maintained. Okay. I want to have, just if I want to just keep in mind of the counter trends, I'll take these 2 points, right? If I just want, just keep note, just understand that that's still there, right? At the end of the day, I'm not really phased by it. So we're gonna head all the way to January 4th, 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's one. Let me see, that's 12. That should be 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Wait. 5, 6, 7. Right? So we got a break of this trend line, right? And now, like I said, the uptrend is still being maintained. So at this point, I now want to break it down into lower time frame structure. Why? Because since structure is still being maintained, right, this level is a level of interest, right? There's tons of traffic in this area. Look at everything that we have to the left of current price. You have tons of traffic there. Okay, so since we have that tons of traffic to the left of this area, I just want to go ahead and just see what's happening on these lower time frames. And now I'm just sitting and I am waiting. Okay, so M15, right, the M15 time frame gave us a bullish engulfing candle, right? Let's go ahead and fib this area out and see what it gives us. It prints on 61.8%. Cool, beautiful. 30-minute, we got somewhat of a doji, so a little bit of an indecisive candle, but 15-minute confirmation. So we have a moving average, we have 61.8, we have traffic within this area engulfing. I'm loving everything that I'm seeing at this point. Okay, I'm loving everything. So with that being said, I believe my entry was somewhere along the lines right here. Okay, stop loss was about 12 pips, and the reason why I had a 12 pip stop loss was basically because if price broke this point right here, right, then that's telling me that we're gonna go into a steeper retracement, maybe to the 100, or maybe broken structure, and price is gonna keep on going down. And so that's the amount of space that I gave my trade before I'm wrong. Okay, in regards to take profit, I'm going for like this price right here, this level, this zone. So I'm going for like about 50 points. I mean 50 pips, more or less. I was going for like about 50 pips. Okay, and as we can see how lower time frame structure correlates with a higher time frame and how it supports one another, we see that, well, we entered off of a 15-minute candle pattern. 30-minute gave us everything that we needed. Right, 30-minute took control. At that point, price kept on shooting up. H1 is looking beautiful. It completely took over all of these bearish candles. Right, have a little bit of rejection there. Let's break it back down to lower time frames. Am I shook because price came down? No, because structure is still being maintained and we're still looking really, really, really good. And so for me, there's no reason for me to close out this trade and that next candle ended up flying straight through take profit. Okay, and so this is very important because, you know, if you're seeing the money mentally, psychologically, you're thinking, oh man, I should have closed out up there, and now you're rushing the trade because of the amount of dollars you see on your MT4 or MT5 platform. At the end of the day, if your analysis is spot on and you have a nice risk management plan and you're securing profits as your trade is going more into profit, there's nothing that you should really be worried about. But I want you guys to understand where the previous trade took part is because I had a $4,000 cushion. I was able to risk 1.5% on this trade. So 1.5% with a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio was literally what led me to make that 15,000. It was close to $16,000 in profit, which basically secured the W for phase one of this challenge, right? And so keeping that in mind is also knowing like how you're able to use your previous profits to pretty much take a high quality, high probability setup to secure more wins, right? And so that's just what I did for the setup, because I knew that if, you know, it was to go the opposite direction, I was perfectly fine with the outcome because I still have that cushion of profit, you know, if said setup went, you know, the other way around, right? And also keeping in mind, if it didn't go my way, I also have 28 more days to pass the challenge and to take consistent high quality setups, right? That's why I mentioned earlier, even if you pass the challenge early, that doesn't mean stop trading, that doesn't mean stop perfecting your skill set, because once you stop being consistent, it's like, I used to play basketball. So if I used to ever go like a month without playing basketball and I hop back on the court, it just doesn't feel the same, right? It's gonna take time to, you know, that muscle memory to come back cooking, to get back active. And so it's the same. I look at it the same way when it comes to trading as well. Okay, so that's pretty much how I broke down this chart and really see what's happening. Like, just pretty much how I correlate higher time frames to the lower time frames, and how I pretty much establish my risk to reward ratios as well, guys. So this trade pretty much solidified um, my phase one completion. At the end of taking, I was off by like $100. I ended up taking the next day I took a GJ setup, nice clean break and retest of structure, um, in the lower time frames, went for like 15 pips, like a 4 pip stop loss, right? Just simple setups to just pretty much secure the W. Um, and yeah, guys, that's pretty much how I collect information, how I build my rapport when it comes to the stuff that I take, and just keep on catching these W's, keep on catching the bad guys. So that's pretty much that, guys. So that's a setup. That's a setup that I took. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. You guys were able to just somehow find a way, just, you know, just pick at my brains while watching this, guys. And I definitely encourage all of you guys to just drop some comments in the comment section. Subscribe, stay a while, you know what I'm saying, follow along in the journey. I'm gonna be dropping more videos, more content very soon. And yeah, guys, I have my Instagram down below if you guys want to, you know, contact me directly. YouTube is right there, name is over there as well. And so yeah, guys, keep in tune for next week's video. Is going to be on phase two, and those two setups, which was very similar, not very similar, but great setups overall, which no one has seen, no one has heard about, talked about, because this is something that I didn't even mention in the FTMO interview, guys. So at the end of the day, phase 2 is gonna be next Sunday. And yeah, peace, guys.